My name is Dave, and today I'm here to talk about this drone. It's a flying camera, pretty cool stuff. This is by a company called Dynalog. Now, they did send me this product for a review, but everything I say in this video is my own opinions, and they have no say in what I say, but they wanted me to show you what comes with it and how it works and all that. So this video is going to be detailed, either super long, or I'm going to break it up into various parts from the unboxing to how to control it and some actual test flights, because there's a lot to do when we're talking about these drones. So first, let's get right into and talk about and see what comes with it. Okay, here's everything you're going to get in the package. It was very well packed with lots of packing foam and around it and wrappings, things like this on there. But what you're going to get is first is a caution card here that tells you how to use this and charge it up and things like that. Lots of information on here. Now, the other big caution that I have for you is be careful when you're flying drones. Check your local laws, drone flying laws and regulations. Some drones need to be registered. Some drones need to have a permit or a license, depending on what you're going to do with the footage and licensing. This is not about that, but please do some research and be careful. The next thing we're going to have here is a quick start guide. This actually is pretty nice. It's very well illustrated. It shows you all the bits and pieces and how to get rolling really quick on this. But then there's the extended manual, your user manual, and then this has more information about the details about it, and also the app. You do want to download the app for this and connect it to your mobile device, because that's how you can help control, and it's all connected through your mobile phone. So you want to do that, and then there's also a lot of information on how to fly it on there. Now there's this is for, I believe it said 14 and above. Not really a kid's toy. You need to have at least some able to read and follow directions and hook it all up with that. But now you're going to get a bunch of stuff. You're going to get all these charging cables. So you have two batteries. So these are the batteries, and each one has their own little charging port. And they have little ends here that just snap into there, and you put it into the USB. And a charger. They don't come with the brick, so you need to have your own power supply. But this will turn red when it's charging and turns green when it is fully charged. You'll see a little light in there. But each one of these has their own charging cable, so you can charge them both at the same time, or if one's flying and you need to charge the other one, you can do that. Now, this other cable is to charge your controller, your remote controller. I want to show you more details of that, but there's an internal battery that you charge up using this power supply. And then you get a whole bag of goodies here. Now, I did open this up, but inside you're going to get some replacement propellers there, some blades, and they're labeled also, so you know which ones are front and back and that kind of stuff. So you get a set of those in case you break them, and a whole bunch of tiny little screws. Now these screws are super tiny. They do give you a little tiny screwdriver too, so it's a very nice that they give you a tool, and that's how you take the blades off of that. But you want to be careful. You don't want to lose those, but you're going to get a bunch of extras. Now, there's a closer look at the remote control. There's a little power, that's where the power supply, the power cable goes into there. And you have these little arms that come out like that, which makes it easy to grip and hold on to like this. And then there's all kinds of these stuff and buttons. There's a return to home. There's a headless, which means your direction, it adjusts your direction, how you're looking at it. Power button, a compass button, takeoff and landing, a GPS. These are for photo and videos and other scrolling stuff. These are your antennas. And then this little thing comes up like this to hold a mobile phone. This has got a little spring on it and extends. Now, I have a really big phone. I have a big Samsung S20 with a case and the whole bit. This usually does not fit a lot of these things. I actually haven't tried it yet, and it doesn't really fit. It doesn't fit into this. So if you have a large phone in a case, you might need to take it out of the case to fit, which I will have to do for when I try this out, because that doesn't work there. Or if you have a smaller phone, that would be good as well. And then you have your control sticks. Now, in the manual, it is going to tell you how to fly this. Please read the manual. It'll show you, up and down and left and right, and what these mean and how to use it. And it's going to take some practice. I'm not going to go over every single button on the stuff here. The manual does tell you how to use it. So please read it and practice. And then the drone itself, you can see it is pretty small. As a matter of fact, compared to my phone, it can pretty much hide underneath it. It's smaller than my phone, very super light, and you can't fly like this, obviously. So what you want to do is move your arms out like that, like that, like that, and like that. Pretty simple, very easy to do, and you can see now, of course, it's a lot bigger. There's a power button there, and on the bottom you have the port for your battery, and it's just going to go in and slide in and snap in like that there. Okay, then on here on the bottom is where your memory card slot is. It's down like here, and it says it can go up to a 64 gigabyte card. It's the micro SD. It's the super tiny little ones, and it looks like it's going to go in this way, just like that. Now this doesn't have a lot of sensors to it. It doesn't have a obstacle avoidance and all those kind of things, but of course there's the power button. It does have a camera. Now this camera is HD quality camera, and it does go up and down, so it's not a complete full gimbal, but this will tilt down and tilt up as you move it. And there are some lights. There are some LED lights on here that will show up, and this is kind of when you're setting this up, these lights will do different things and different sequences for the setup and pairing it with your cell phone and all that. We're going to cover all that later, and also that will flash for visibility on that. But that's pretty much the layout. That's all there is really to this drone. It's very simple, very easy. This part here is considered the head. That's where the camera is, and then the tail on that. So that is everything that you are going to get in the package with this drone set. Okay, we have the Dynalog drone here with the remote and the app. I have the app downloaded here on my cell phone already. These are some of the steps we're going to go over, how to connect it to the app and all that. You first want to go ahead and press and hold this for a second to turn it on. These little green lights will flash, if you can see that there. But we want to pair it to the remote first. So we want to go ahead and press the button there. And now the lights stop flashing. So now we're paired with the remote control. Then on the remote control, you can see you have the power battery indicator, and also this is the GPS little indicator there. Next, what we want to do is we want to calibrate the compass. So we're going to hold this compass button down for a few seconds until it beeps. And then we're going to take your drone, and I'm going to spin it this direction several times. Oh, there we go, till it beeps. And then I'm going to take it and turn it upwards, and we're going to spin it this way. There you go, about 3 times. It gives you a double beep in that, and the lights are green there, ready to go. Now these lights are flashing because I'm inside, and it's not getting to the GPS. This has GPS tracking in it to calibrate it for more accurate takeoff and landing and locations. I am inside right now in the studio to show you this, and that's why it's not really working correctly, because it's that. So you want to do this outside, and you want to do this every single time before you take off. If you turn the system off and unpair it in the whole bit, when you turn it on, before you go, you want to make sure you do these functions of pairing and then calibrating the compass. Next thing is to calibrate the gyro. There's another little calibration you can do, and that's if you push these 2 sticks over to the side. There you go, it beeps, these flash, and now it went solid. Okay, the next step is to download the app, and you have you just scan the code, it downloads it. It's very simple to do, and then you're going to want to set this up to start. Now there's going to be an attention here. I'm going to show you a kind of overlay of what this looks like. You want to make sure you read this. Please, again, be careful. Like I said in my other bits and video of the video, is you don't want it to go against building, over crowds, trees. You want to be careful where you are. Take a look. Look at your rules and regulations in your area about flying drones, even if it's recreational. There are things that you may have to do ahead of time on that. So let's hit next. Now this gives you, every time it opens up, it gives you a little information of what things are. So you want to take some time to get to know the app. This is the app that you use to help fly. Up in the corner, there's the home button, your signal, number of satellites, waypoints, flight records, flip your image, VR mode, settings, gestures for photos, photo, video, media gallery, your remote battery, your drone status, one key launch and take off. You can use your app to take off. You don't have to use your remote control. Return to home, point of interests, and follow me are different modes that for flying and so forth. Now, if you hit the I know button, that brings up the app and the map. Okay, now see, this is not connected. So what you have to do, and I've done this before, is you have to go to your app or to your Wi-Fi settings. Okay, and on your Wi-Fi settings, you want to hit your DRDG600, and that's going to connect it. Now it did beep at me, and it shut off. I had to turn the system back on and connect it because we took too much time. Here we go. Now we're on. We are live. This is actually the camera. You can see the camera facing my camera there. I'm going to show you some overlay here to show you what it looks like. So you can see that here. Just you can face me. Hey there, there's the camera. Again, I'm inside. Looking at my app, I don't have any satellites set up. Battery charge looks good. Everything is good to go, except for this connection here. But that's kind of what the app looks like and how to do this whole thing and set this up together. Okay, now I'm here in my backyard and I am going to attempt to fly this drone and take some pictures and do cameras and stuff. I have my main camera here kind of looking at everything. I have a little GoPro camera here to show what I'm doing on the screen. Now it is super sunny out here and it's super hot. I'm going to try to get best footage as I possibly can. And we're going to go over to the drone and we're going to do the setup of it. Okay, so now let's go ahead and turn the power of the drone on. He's got some lights on there, that's good. Let's turn the power of that on. Let's launch the drone app. Hit start, go through all their setups. It's going to say that it's not hooked up to the Wi-Fi part, so let's go ahead and do that. The DRDG thing. Okay, now that we got visual, everything should be set. I'm going to go ahead and here we go. A little bit by pushing this up. Okay. I don't want to go too high. There's a little bit of wind, so you see it's kind of okay, it's going up by itself. I'm not touching the sticks at all, as you can see here. All right, let's try rotating. All right, so there now you can see me. It's floating around quite a bit. Let's hit the button for video. So now we're recording video. Okay. It's beeping, I'm not sure why. But now you can just see the video and the video quality. Hello, hello. Okay. I'm gonna go forward and go backwards. Oop. Wait, where are you going? Wait, okay, right into the tree. All right, well, it kind of took off on its own. I've got 16 GPSs or 14 GPSs set. Let's try that again. I'm going to go up and hover. Okay. I'll try to go, there's right, left. Spin around again. Okay, it's getting a little too close to me.
Go back. Oh, let's go backwards. Let's go forwards. A little right. Left. Takes a little bit to get used to it. Okay. There we go. So, again, I'm not touching it, but it's drifting a little bit. There's a little bit of a breeze out here. So you got to be careful with when there's wind and so forth, but it seems to be kind of holding its own fairly decent. You can spin around. Okay. Make sure you can see me here. And that. Let's go forward, right. Around. There we go. Hi there. Okay, I played around with it a little bit. I tried the following me mode and it didn't seem to quite be working well for me. I have never used that before so that's my little disclaimer. It seemed to kind of do its own little thing, so I'm not sure how to do that. But again, it's going to take some time, some patience, and following the instructions. You read that over again and again and again, and see if you can get that to work. My battery's dying on here, so I just wanted to give you a little sample of the drone flying.